Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Adjuster Checkup, and specifically episode number 11. We're only doing 13 episodes. We only have two more episodes to go after this, everyone. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're almost done with season one of Adjuster Podcast. What? A whole podcast season? Okay. Okay, anywho, let's get it under control. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Adjuster Podcast. Let's start off with our opening music. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to another wonderful Wednesday and another episode 11 of Adjuster Podcast. For those who don't know me and this is your first time tuning in, my name is Charlene Hoskins. I am the founder, president, and CEO of TPAS LLC. We are a property and casualty education firm that focuses on the education, training, licensing, and mentorship of the insurance claims professionals, specifically speaking, the claims adjuster. That's our focus right now. All right. And so, with that said, the Adjuster Podcast, we come to you live here on TPAS Facebook Live every week on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central to do what? Give you the checkup. Okay. Let's check in and let's check up. All right. And on the Adjuster Podcast, we talk about issues that affect insurance adjusters in the industry, specifically speaking, mostly independent claims adjusters. But we also talk about what's affecting adjusters as a whole, give you tips, advice, keep you with your finger on the pulse with what trends that are happening right now in the industry. So, and then of course, give you what? What are we here for? Education and knowledge, right? So, let's give you the knowledge that you need to help to advance yourself if you're pursuing a career as an insurance claims adjuster. All right. So, our topics for this evening is going to be, as we posted earlier, we're going to use the last three episodes of this season to dedicate it towards a lot of adjusters have asked this question. Some of you may not even know that it exists, but there are such things as insurance designations. So, since technically, especially when it comes to claims, in most careers in insurance outside of agent licensing or underwriter, becoming a licensed underwriter, um, most of the jobs in between, claims adjuster, so forth and so on, outside of agent, actuary, and underwriter, there isn't a specific degree that you could obtain in college that would, give you a straight path to insurance. Okay. So again, like even with actuary, you got to be good with math, most definitely, right? So if you tested high in math, you pursued a degree in that area or discipline, some of those individuals take said knowledge and said degrees and use that to fall into insurance to become actuaries. However, when it comes to claims adjuster specifically, there isn't necessarily a claims adjuster, claims professional degree. All right. And so most of us get in by being hired by an insurance carrier or getting our licensing independently and then working for independent adjusting firms. Okay. So, with that said, there is, and there are, I should say, insurance designations that you can acquire as a claims professional that will help to boost your career. Okay. It's kind of like, college classes for insurance professionals. That's if you really are serious about doing this and getting into this career. Okay. So, can we get a round of applause for that? All right. Yay. We got insurance designations out there. And so we're going to start, well, we're going to end season three, these last three episodes. So episode 11, 12, and 13, we're going to be talking about different insurance designations, who offers them, what do they cost, how long does it take to get through the programs. Okay. So right now, when it comes to designations, now we may just start off season two with talking about insurance, other insurance certifications, industry wide certifications. Okay. But right now we're going to end with insurance designations. And so specifically what we're going to talk about is three in part one of this last bit of episodes here. for our podcast season one. So we're going to talk about um, first your AINS. AINS stands for Associate in Insurance. Okay, let's give a round of applause or associate in insurance. And here's the thing: this when you get these designations, you change your title almost as if you went to college and you got your PhD. You would have comma AINS at the end of your name. Okay, hello. I'm gonna overuse the sound buttons because I realized the last two episodes I wasn't really using them. Okay, anywho, and I like them. All right, and then we're going to talk about the associate in claims designation. And lastly, we're going to wrap it up with the associate in insurance designation. Okay, so first and foremost, who offers these insurance designations? Specifically, these insurance designations, AINS, AIC, and AIS. Okay, associate in insurance, associate in claims, associate. Oh Lord, there's so many associates. Associates in insurance, associate in claims, and associate in insurance services. All of those designations are offered by an organization called the Institutes. And the Institutes is another very, I would say, highly accredited organization, institution that offers education for insurance professionals and other professionals in other industries as well. But specifically, we're going to stick with insurance. And so let's first talk about the associate in insurance designation. So your AINS, oh Lord, because they got an AIS, that's Associate in Insurance Services. Woo, this is just Associate in Insurance. Okay, right. Uh, the AINS, what the institutes advise is that if you are starting off and you want some early career designations, so maybe you're new to the game, and even if you're not new but don't have any designations at all, they have suggested that the AINS, the Associate in Insurance, is a good designation to start off with so you can, quote, master insurance basics. I'm reading here from the website. So it says, grow your career and speak like an insurance pro in no time with the Institute's designations in associate in insurance, AINS. And the Institutes is the only insurance education institution that offers this designation. You cannot get it from anyone else. If any other institution is saying that they can give this to you, they are not telling you the truth. Do not give them your money. Okay. All right. So, one thing that I really like that the Institutes offers, if you want to kind of sample that program, they have a free course that they offer you. They call it a micro course that they offer you. It only takes about 10 to 30 minutes that you can kind of take this course for free and see if the AINS is the right designation for you. Okay. And so they say, hey, what do you get for as a result of this AINS? You will gain on the job skills. It says, see what skills you'll gain. Okay. And then you can score higher with exam prep tools as well. So you do have to take it and then you have to pass an exam. So what is required in order to achieve this designation? You have to take a core course from the Institutes, and that course is Master Insurance Basics with the AINS 101. You have to take a concentration course that focuses on personal or commercial insurance, an elective course, which you get to choose from 7 elective courses to dive into an area, more in more detail. And also ethics. You have to apply ethical frameworks to your day-to-day job, of course. And then congratulations, stand out with your AINS designation. So at a glance, how long does the AINS designation take? According to the institutes, they estimate that the AINS designation will take you about 3 to 6 months to achieve. All of your exams are virtual. And just to read a little bit from the program overview, it says, and excuse me if my reading voice turns into like a reporter, I can't help myself, okay? Gain skills that you can use right away with the AINS designation. This program includes 3 courses plus ethics, 3 to 6 months to complete, 100% online courses, virtual exams for all courses, and a mailed diploma upon completion. All right. So you'll get ready made career skills in insurance, claim handling, coverage analysis, customer service, risk assessment, insurance operations, personal insurance, commercial insurance, and cross organization collaboration. All right. Now, a little bit more about the program details. It says start to master insurance basics by completing AINS 101, increasing your insurance IQ. Choose one concentration course to build your expertise in either personal or commercial lines. AINS 102, Understanding Personal Insurance, or AINS 103, Exploring Commercial Insurance. Then choose one of the following electives to dive into a specific area more fully. If you wish to gain a broad view of insurance, select the opposite of your concentration course, AINS 102 or AINS 103. So, what they're suggesting is in those electives are also the same two courses that you can choose from for your concentration course. So if you choose, say, for instance, AINS 102, which is understanding personal insurance, then for an elective, so that you can have better knowledge, you can choose to opt as your elective AINS 103, which is exploring commercial insurance. They also have CPCU 500, which is becoming a leader in risk management and insurance. ARM 400, which is risk in an evolving world. AIC 300, claims in an evolving world. API 320, evaluating and underwriting personal lines risk. AU 60, evaluating commercial underwriting risk. So those are your, or would be your elective courses that you can choose from. And remember, you only have to choose one of those elective courses, of course, and then you'll have the core course, the starting course, the concentration course as well, and then ethics. And they choose that ethics course for you, which is ethical decision making in risk and insurance. Is a free course that's required for all designations, including AINS. So you could possibly even take the ethical course since it's free. You might take it now and then have that under your belt and work on getting your money together, honey, for the rest of it. Okay, let's just be real, because it is costing money. We're about to talk about the money in just a moment. Excuse me for my stuttering. Okay, so it says what you'll learn. Insurance basics to help you build the foundation you need to understand how risk is assessed and claims are processed. How to collaborate with colleagues across departments by understanding how different areas of the business influence each other. Best practices for serving customers, and by understanding how insurer functions work together to create and deliver products. A broad overview of risk and insurance by learning the different types of insurers and risk management practices. How to easily adapt and serve your customers as your organization grows and insurance needs change. Okay, so that's what you'll get with the AINS designation. Again, the total requirements, as they said, there's four courses, right? Your core course, your elective course, your concentration course, and your ethics course. And average course hours, they say it'll take about 6 to 9 hours to complete one course. And so they're assuming that you're taking these designations while you're having a full time job, which is why they're estimating 3 to 6 months to complete said designation for those four courses. All right. And then you have to take an exam afterwards. So it goes into more details about what each class talks about. And but let's talk about brass tacks, because we have two more designations that we need to get to. Brass tacks. So with the institutes, you do have to pay for your materials as well as your exam. So you have to buy your materials and you have to buy the exam as well. Okay, to schedule your exam. All right. So for the AINS course, it says your materials will cost anywhere between $315 to $329, and then the exam will take. I guess it just depends on. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the exam's options are. But between 215 and $309, and because they do estimate that it takes a window to get this work done, really the more they have two options as far as that they give you as in order for you to anticipate when you'll be ready to take the exam. So it's not necessarily about signing up for, oh, I'm going to be on this class on the 25th. No, it's like, are you going to take your exam, for instance, between October 15th to December 15th? If you think you're going to get through all the course materials and be done and be ready to take the exam buy at the in between that time frame, then that's the option that you want to select. The other option that they have is you can elect to be ready to take the exam in between January 15th and March 15th. So anywhere between those dates, if you think, okay, say for instance, you dive right in right now, you buy the materials, and mind you, this is materials per course. This is not materials for the entire designation. Each course has its own materials ranging between, 300, and I saw some as high as 379 for just the course materials, and then another 2 to 300 or so for the exam. So you're looking at, for each course that you take in order to achieve this designation, you're looking at anywhere between 600 to 700, sometimes $800 per course. Now, say the AINS, which is one of the smaller ones, one of the easier ones, that only has 4 courses. So you take $600 by 4 courses, and yeah, you looking at $2,400. What I say? All right. So just keep that in mind. And I think the reason why they have it that way is that you don't have the pressure of trying to come up with 2-3 grand to take it all at once. You take it one course at a time, and every course comes with its own exam. And then, of course, when you're done with all said courses, you have your designation. All right. And then that's just for the very first course, which is the AINS 101, increasing your IQ. All right. And then they have concentration courses. Again, if you want to do the personal lines one, same price, 315 to 329 for materials, 215 to 309 for exam. I'm not sure what changes that variable in price. I'm not sure what the X factor is that does that, because I haven't gone through this process myself, although I am aiming to. And same thing for the elective course, which is the AIC. Well, you could pick whichever elective course you want. There's a couple of options there, but again, around the same range, about $600-700 between materials and exam. And then you have your ethics course, and I think they advise that the ethics course was in fact free. It is. It says 0, and you can add it to the cart. Okay, and then if you, so that's basically it. I was going to say more about what their website is saying, but that's it. So that's the first designation, your AINS. Again, taking that designation, having that on behind your name, being able to have that certificate, that designation under your belt, again, increases your chances, whether you're staff or independent. People are gonna look at you differently, because now you're really investing in your education. You're really investing in yourself as far as moving upwards in your career path. All right. So the next designation that we're going to talk about is the AIC, the Associate in Claims. And this is one of the more popular ones as well, for a lot of insurance claims adjusters and professionals that's in this industry. Again, gain on the job skills, prepare for your next opportunity. You can also, with this designation, opt to try a free course that's about 30 to 45 minutes. It's a little micro course you can take just to see, hey, is this going to be the designation that I want to go for, that I'm aiming for? Score higher, do your exam prep, all of that. So for the AIC designation, you need 2 core courses, an elective course, and an ethics course. And again, at a glance, it says that, let's see what it says about how long it's going to take. So the program overview, it says gain on the job skills you can use right away with the AIC designation. Program details include 3 courses plus ethics, 9 to 12 months to complete, 100% online courses, virtual exams for all courses, and a mailed diploma upon completion. Ready-made career skills that you will gain: claims handling, claims resolution, claims investigation, fraud prevention, interviewing, negotiation, data analysis, communication, and interdepartmental collaboration. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm clicking on something I'm not supposed to be clicking on. All right. And then again, program details. You have to have a core course. 2 core courses. That's going to be the AIC 300, which is claims in an evolving world. AIC 301, which is expanding your claims perspective. And then you get to choose from one of the following electives to hone your claim specific focus area. AIC 302, which is actually they got AIC 302 through 305, which is either successfully evaluating auto claims or liability claims, property claims, or workers' compensation claims. Each one of those subjects is its own course. And then, of course, the ethics course, which is a free course. They talk about what you'll learn. All right. You'll learn how to effectively execute the claims handling process so you can reach fair settlements. Best practices you can use to build customer loyalty and minimize insurer reputation risk. How to best use data analytics and technology so you can recognize and prevent fraud. Interviewing strategies so you get the details you need from claimants, witnesses, and experts. Proven techniques to solve claims disputes outside of court to eliminate extra time and hassle. How to effectively evaluate auto, liability, property, or workers' compensation claims based on your focus. All right. So if you're somebody, again, who's looking, say, for instance, to get into workers' compensation, maybe you take your AIC and for your elective, you do the evaluating claims for workers' compensation, right? And you increase your knowledge of workers' comp. All right. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's see, how much is it gonna cost us? How long is it gonna take? All right, so with those four requirements, which is the core course, the elective course, uh, excuse me, the two core courses, the elective course and the ethics course. Again, only four courses. However, they say the average time to complete one course is 6 to 8 weeks. And so they estimate that the program itself for the full AIC designation will take anywhere between 9 to 12 months. All right. So this is something that, again, you're planning for the future. And being an adjuster, it's all about planning ahead. It's all about getting yourself ahead of the game and setting yourself up for greatness, basically getting yourself prepared now for to reap the benefits of the opportunity later. Now, again, each course, right, it's got a course and it's got an exam, and you got to buy course materials and then purchase, your exam. And so, course materials now with the AIC, it's a little bit more. These core courses, it looks like the core courses, those materials between 365 and 379, so it's on the higher end of the 300s, and then the exam about 225 to 319. So once again, we're looking at $700, really $700 in that case, for each course. Okay, same thing for the other core course, and then some of those electives we were already familiar with, and they running around the same cost. And then of course the ethics uh, is free. Okay, all right, I got 8 minutes. All right, our last designation that we're going to talk about is, what was the last thing? What did I say? The Associate in Insurance Services, or what they call the AIS for short. Now, I will say this about the Associate in Insurance Services. One thing to keep in mind about this particular designation that I'm going to speak of, you cannot uh, qualify to take this designation until you have um, one of the following designations, either like the AIC, there's another designation we're going to be talking about tomorrow, the CPCU. So this one you have to have a designation before being able to. That's a prerequisite. You got to have one of those other designations to get this one, the Associate in Insurance Services. So hold on, let me go pull it up, and so we can get the information. I just had it. Associate. Where did it go? I was just looking at it. Where did it go? Ah, I had everything lined up. Hold on. Pause for the cause. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. The AIS. Where's my AIS? Why you got to do? Why you want to play games on me? Why you want to play? Tell me, girl. I found it. All right. Associate in Insurance Services. All right. uh the prerequisite is you have to have completed an approved designation as well. And then once you have an approved designation completed, you take one core course and an ethics course. So it's less courses, but you still got to have a designation under your belt. So the approved, let me see what the approved designations are. um, that you have the option to take. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of options. You can take the AINS or the AIC, the CPCU, and then all these other list of designation, basically any of them. And then you can take this this course and get this designation. I say that'd probably be my next move. If I get the AIS, excuse me, the AINS or the AIC, then I probably do this next because I only got to do one other course and then an ethics course, and I'm good, right? And I can get that done, get that knocked out, and have like two uh, designations almost right behind each other. Okay, so a program overview. It says after completing an approved institute's designation, the AIS includes one course, 1 to 3 months to complete, choice of multiple study packages, a virtual exam, and of course a mailed diploma upon completion. Your ready-made resume skills will be customer satisfaction, business analysis, process improvement, increasing productivity, and collaborative work. Program details. Let's see. Okay, so we talked about that. The core course you have to take after you get that approved prerequisite designation is AIS 25, which is delivering insurance services. All right, and then you get an ethics class for free. So what will you learn after taking that associate in services in insurance services designation? Right, what will you learn from this? Well, you'll better understand customer expectations to maintain a customer centric approach throughout all of your efforts. Analyze and understand your organization's structure so you can optimize your efforts in alignment with company goals. Leverage process improvement tools and better collaborate with coworkers to enhance productivity throughout your organization. Effectively measure organizational performance so you can identify opportunities to optimize business processes. All right. So that's what you'll learn from it. So as they said before, at your average course time per each course, meaning that core course and that ethics course, they advise it's going to take about 6 to 8 weeks to complete an average course, and of course, program completion within 1 to 3 months after you do the prerequisites. Okay, which is the other another designation. All right. Okay, and so I think that's good. I think I'm good. This time. Look at the. Would you look at the time? All right. Now, I know that they have, even though they said virtual online, some of these designations do have or may have options for you to take them in person. What you would have to do is go to their website and then do a search and see what classes they may possibly have in person if you want to do that. But again, if you can't go, put your face in the place. If you can't be there, that's okay. Just be in the online class, all right, where you have a live instructor. All right. So that's all that I have for you all. Next week we're gonna continue part two of insurance designations, and we're gonna talk specifically about. Let me pull it up. I don't think I can pull it up because I might not be able to pull it up fast enough. Hold on. Oh, actually, I can. I take it back. I lied. Sorry, that's okay. So yeah, next it keeps popping up on this other screen. Hold on. Oh Jesus, I lost it. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. He needs some milk. Okay, so part two of insurance designations. Next week we're going to talk about the ACSR designation for accredited customer service representative. We're going to talk about the PRC designation for professional risk consultant and the CPCU for chartered property casualty underwriter. And I know what you're thinking, underwriter, but let me tell you, this is the coveted designation of the industry. All right. And then on our very last episode of the Adjuster Checkup, we're going to continue insurance designations. We're going to talk about part three. And in part three, we're going to talk about specialized designations. Okay. So are you excited about these designations? Because you should be. Okay. Because let me tell you something. You know how long I was in the industry before I even knew they existed? Before I even needed to know that before I knew I needed to put them on my radar. Because had I known earlier in the game, I would have had them already. But I didn't know until I was later on in the game. All right. So for those who are new to the game, or you're still fresh, This is good for you to know now and set your goals to go for it, because again, it's going to make you look good to the IA firm, right? Like how they be like, well, we want somebody with experience. We want that. This training trumps that. All right. Um, I remember like back in the day, you could be an inexperienced adjuster and say, for instance, you went to Vail. Vail is still a big deal, but when we came into the game back in the day, it was even a bigger deal. And so the thing is, you could be brand new and had that training by Vail, and that training by Vail was so coveted that any adjuster who had that Vail training, boom, off to the races. No experience, nothing. They was putting you out there, okay, and giving you work. So again, I don't want to put these people's trying to advertise, but I'm thirsty, okay. And if you can, I hope you can hear all of this because we ain't trying to do ASMR. All right, all right, all right. But if you heard it, you heard it. Okay, I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. And I'm talking fast. So let me slow down. So that is all that I have for everybody this Wednesday. Do I have any questions, comments, concerns, fears, excitements? Please let me know. If not, I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to sign off. I hope this information has helped you. I hope you can look into it. I didn't give you the most important part. You know what? You know what? I will. How about this? When we wrap up part 3, we'll talk about all the designations first because I don't want you guys getting ahead of me. But of course, you can get this information on your own. But I'm not going to give it to you right now. Come back. So what I'll do is when we get done with part 3, 2 weeks from now, I will give you the website for the institutes and briefly show you how to find said designations and how to sign up for them. All right. So, anyhow, that is all that I have for you all. I hope you have enjoyed this. And if I had to give you some words of wisdom, advice, encouragement, which I try to do at the end of every one of these, what would I say? I mean, I could just say the same cliche things that everybody says, and I've already said, don't give up. I've already said, you got this, get out of your own way, all of that good, great stuff. All of that stuff still stands. And the thing is, you may think of it as being cliche or like, yeah, everybody says that, but we keep saying it because it works. You keep hearing it because it works. People are not, you're not hearing the same messages coming from all these different sources because it's a bunch. Now for some people they take advantage using those messages, but you know what I'm saying, like it's real, it works, like, and the key to success really ultimately at the end of the day, I believe, is just belief in self. Just believe in yourself. It's really that simple. It's not complex, it's not complicated, and like I was saying in one of the I think that was the last one, there's no shortcut, there's no um cheat, there's no what do you call that, there's no hack, right? There's no hack to this. This is your success is predicated on you, your desire, your motivation, um and belief that you're going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. That's pretty much it. So the most positive thing that I can say at this moment is or the best word of encouragement I could say is, you know, I think I already said it. I don't know. I'm trying to blank you guys because I say the same thing all the time, and because it's what's most important and it works. I got one. Stop being so scared. Let go of the fear. What are you scared of? You scared somebody gonna say no? Okay, if they say no, then you are. What happens? Is the bottom gonna drop from up under you? No, you're gonna be exactly where you are right now. You won't lose, you won't win. You'll just be right where you're at. right? No harm, no foul. I really don't think there's such thing really is in that regards when we talk about the game of life about losing, unless you decide you're gonna, be off on, in the street somewhere on drugs or something. But and even then, you can turn that tragedy into triumph. So stop being so afraid of everything. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of failure, or are you really afraid of success? Are you afraid of what life would be like if everything worked out your way? Because that's something that's unknown. Like, we're used to the rejection, we're used to the struggle, but we're not used to succeeding. We're not used to making it. We're not used to things working out. And because of that, we've become conditioned to failure. Stop being so scared. Don't be scared. Stop being so scared. It's going to be all right. One firm, one carrier says no, no sweat off your back. There's others to go along. There's thousands of them actually that you can apply for the next one and then the next one and just keep going until you get to where you want to go, until you're at the point where you want to be. Just keep going. You get one little bit of rejection. You're running away with your tail tucked in between your legs. Why? That's all it took. That's all it took was one rejection. That's it. You put all this money into this. You invest all your time and energy for to be turned away with one rejection. Like, come on. Honestly. All right. Because I'll get on y'all head and I'm not going to do that tonight. So, I don't think anybody has any questions or comments or concerns or fears. And that's good. All right. Because there's really nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Your journey is your journey, and it's gonna be what it is. All right. So, with that said, hold on. Can I get a round of applause for that? Okay. So with that said, I'm goofy. Y'all know that. So with that said, stop being scared. No. But one more time. Stop being scared. Boo. 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 All right. And just go for it. Yay. Just go for it. All right. So that is all that I have to say for this evening. I will see you next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here on the Adjuster Checkup. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put it in the comments and I will get back with you as soon as I possibly can. If there's any other subjects that you all want me to talk about, especially for next season, please let me know. We'll be starting next season back up in the spring, probably around March. So, with that said, I'll see you guys later. Thank you, and I hope this has helped. If you didn't catch the live, hit the replay, and I'll get this uploaded to YouTube. YouTube, hopefully tonight, if everything goes right. Okay. With that said, you all have a good night. I have enjoyed this once again, and I will see you all next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, right here on TPAS on Facebook for another Adjuster Checkup podcast. Bye.